Is Pierre really Abigail's father? I'm Shannon Cotton, and today I'm here at TheGamer to explain the mystery behind Abigail's parenthood. Stardew Valley fans have long hypothesized that Abigail might not be Pierre's biological daughter, based on one key fact. Her hair is purple, unlike both her father Pierre and her mother Caroline. There is only one other purple-haired character in Stardew Valley, and that's the wizard. But people can change their hair color, so this on its own isn't enough to prove that Pierre isn't Abigail's real father. This isn't some crazy fan theory though. The deeper you delve into these characters' pasts, the more this theory gains credibility. Let's look at the evidence. Yes, Abigail's hair is purple, and so is the wizard's. Of course, this isn't enough to prove anything, but there are a couple of lines of dialogue that bring this under suspicion. Once at 8 Hearts with Caroline, she might ask you, "Don't you think Abby would look better with her natural hair color? She used to have light chestnut colored hair." This might lead you to believe that Abigail has dyed her hair that vibrant purple. Except, once married to Abigail, there is a chance of her saying to you, "I can't even remember the last time I dyed my hair. I swear it never fades from this color." Did Abigail inherit some kind of magical essence from the wizard that keeps her hair purple? Abigail's interests have always singled her out from the rest of Pelican Town. Even her mother thinks she's a little odd, telling you at one point that Abby's always had a strange interest in the occult. I'm not sure where she gets it from. Caroline's not wrong. One of Abigail's heart events involves contacting a spirit with a Ouija board. She also spends a lot of her free time in the town cemetery at night, or beside the lake even on rainy days. Perhaps most tellingly though, you can sometimes find Abigail standing outside the wizard's tower, almost as if she is drawn to the place. If you get to know Caroline and Pierre a little better, this theory only becomes more canon. With 8 Hearts of friendship with Caroline, she might confide in you that, "When we first moved to Pelican Town, I would take secret walks to the wizard's tower. Don't tell Pierre, he has jealousy issues." Abigail was born about a year after we moved to Pelican Town. I wonder if she'll ever experience life outside the valley. So let me get this straight, Caroline. Are we actually talking a year later, or more like 9 months later? Befriending Pierre reveals that he is far from clueless about the situation. Once friendly with you, he will sometimes confess, "Does Abigail look anything like me? Don't tell my wife, but sometimes I wonder if I'm really the father." Ouch. No wonder why Pierre is such a dick to Abigail. As you get to know the family, it becomes pretty apparent that things aren't so peachy. Could Caroline have sought out the company of a more adventurous man to escape the tedium of Pierre and his traditional values? Perhaps the most damning evidence that the wizard is Abigail's true father comes from the wizard himself. As you befriend the wizard, he will confide in you that he was once married, but that they split apart after he made a mistake that drove her away. Supposedly, in her anger and envy, she turned green and began flying across the countryside, cursing anything in her path. This is, of course, the witch. But what kind of mistake could drive her to such rage other than the wizard perhaps cheating on her with another woman? After all, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And then lastly, the nail in the coffin. Once you reach 10 Hearts with the wizard, he will make a final confession. "You mustn't tell anyone, but I have reason to believe that one of the locals is actually my daughter. I could be mistaken, it's rare, but it does happen." With all the pieces put together, they paint a pretty clear picture. When Caroline moved to Pelican Town, she felt alone and isolated by Pierre's ambition. So she started taking walks in the Cindersnap Woods where she met the wizard. Things got a little spicy, and then the wizard's wife found out about the affair. The wizard and Caroline split things off. The wizard's wife turned into the witch as we know her, and 1 year later, Abigail was born.
Coincidence? I think not!
What do you think? Does all of this prove that the wizard is Abigail's biological father? If you're looking for guides and tips for Stardew Valley, check out TheGamer.com.